Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know this is not the normal position I'm in when I introduce the channel, but I decided to keep things a little casual this time. Mostly because I'm hoping this vlog only lasts about 2-3 days, because I'm already in a Summerween mood. Now, I'm not going to do a Summerween. I'm probably still going to do a Summerween reading vlog like I did last year, which is where this channel started. But I think just this weekend, I think I'm in the mood for some spookies. So I have this book, and I've had it for years now, and I haven't really read anything out of it because it's like, oh, I'll just read the whole book at some point. It's like, it's a book of short stories. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's the Classic Tales of Horror by Edgar Allan Poe. These stories in this are I can't even say it. Metzengerstein. Please correct me if I said that wrong. I know I said that wrong. The Visionary, Berenice, Morella, King Pest, Shadow, Parable, Ligeia, the Fall of the House of Usher, William Wilson, The Man of the Crowd, The Oval Portrait, The Mask of the Red Death, The Pit and the Pendulum, The Telltale Heart, The Black Cat, The Premature Burial, The Oblong Box, The Imp of the Perverse, The Cask of Amontillado, and Hot Frog. So I'm going to choose one of those short stories to read in this vlog, just to get a little bit of a spooky feel. I also want to listen to The Perfect Marriage. It's due in 4 days, and I'm hoping to maybe start it today and maybe finish it by tomorrow or Monday. Just to keep this vlog super simple, because last vlog, which I'm still in the editing process of as we speak, so it's gonna be late, was so crazy and so intensive, and it was on my phone. So that's a lot of fun to try and get that edited out. Using iMovie on my iPad. So we'll see. Now, the reason I'm choosing short stories instead of like an actual horror book is because I am still reading The Call of the... there's not a V there. I'm still reading Call of the Bone Ships, okay? But I did not have time to touch it last week because I was everywhere. I also, unfortunately, had to DNF The Whale Called Killer because I just didn't finish it in time, and my library was like, okay, you need to return this. I was like, okay. So I had to, unfortunately, DNF it, and I hate that. So I'll try again at some point, but I think I'm just going to get my own copy of the 5th edition, a more up-to-date edition. So we'll see about that. But yeah. But because I'm still reading Call of the Bone Ships, but I'm in a spooky mood, I'm kind of going to focus on shorter stories, like the short stories by Edgar Allan Poe. The Perfect Marriage, I think, is only like 9 hours on the audiobook side of things. I also have a 3-hour Goosebumps book in my Libby, because why not? I did go through some of my books on Libby and like return some of them because I'm getting overwhelmed again. I did finish The Murder of Roger Ackroyd this week. So that was, I gave that one a 4-star. Another Agatha Christie, definitely worth the read. But I think my thing with the Hercule Poirot books and why I don't like them as much is because my expectations are off. I read them thinking they're going to be like a crime thriller when they're not. They're murder mystery novels. They're detective novels. So I need to read them in that kind of setting, and I think I'll enjoy them a little more. But I gave that one 4-star because that twist, wow. And I feel like it's a very similar twist to Endless Night, so I wonder if it's a formula. I don't know. I'm like, it's a very similar twist to Endless Night. I was like, actually like, oh, so she pulled that one twice. How did I not see that coming? So, still a good read. I've been talking for way too long for this intro. Like 5.5 minutes. But this vlog is going to be super chill. Like, I don't even want to get out my tripod if I don't have to. But I don't know what short story I'm going to read yet. But I think I'm going to start my day. It's 1 o'clock. I've already started my day. By editing a little bit. And getting some of that done. Because I got a little bit of it done last night. But it is that time of the month where I'm on my sleepy medicine. Can I help you?
Hi.
I love you. This is why I can't film, because he just comes in and interrupts. Didn't even knock. He just kidnapped the cat. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I think this is just going to be a super chill weekend vlog. Just some spooky reads, because I'm kind of in the mood for that Summerween vibe. And definitely Summerween, because I'm not in the mood for fall yet. I'm not in the mood for fall yet because I've been waiting so long for summer. Like, when you live in Minnesota, when summer comes, you enjoy it. But I do think I am still in that weird summer spooky mood. So I'm just saying I'm in a Summerween mood. I may read some called Bone Ships in this vlog, but I think that one is not going to be one I'm going to continue to vlog. But I am going to continue to read it, and I will update you guys when I finish it, because and I'm sorry I haven't even like tried to finish it recently, because it was so busy last week. Like, I barely had time to finish The Paris Apartment, and like I read probably 70% of it on the way home, and I felt absolutely horrible because I felt like I was totally ignoring Zach the entire ride. So I felt like horrible. So I'm going to read some short stories, and I'm going to listen to a thriller audiobook and see how I feel, because I liked Geneva Rose. I liked her book, Home is Where the Bodies Are, but I didn't like You Shouldn't Have Come Here. So we'll see what happens with The Perfect Marriage. And if I like The Perfect Marriage, maybe I'll also put a hold, because honestly it's a new release, but I'll probably put a hold on The Perfect Divorce to see if I like the first one. I feel like some thriller authors, especially now, are really hit or miss. I feel like Agatha Christie is also hit or miss, but like I said, with her books, like the Hercule Poirot books, I'm like searching for a thriller, and that's not what those books are. They're detective stories, so that's my bad. But I do feel like a lot of thriller novels, especially now, are hit or miss, because you have that weird bit of smut that kind of finds its way into those books. I kind of felt that way with The Paris Apartment this time around. Like, Lucy Foley's normally really good about that kind of thing. Like, you get it occasionally, but like there was a lot of it in The Paris Apartment, and it felt more like a sexual melodrama than really a thriller. So was not my favorite of hers. I'm just like holding the camera. My hand's getting tired as I'm just sitting here talking. Anyway, but I think I'm just gonna keep this a super short vlog, super chill. So I have like the rest of this week off to like edit and stuff. So this should be fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this little short vlog for once, and I will see you guys later once I start reading. Probably I'm going to start with a short story, because if I'm in a spooky mood, who better to read than Edgar Allan Poe? I just don't know which one I'm reading yet, so I will see you guys in a little while. Bye. Hello. I have been editing for 8 hours. I completely underestimated just how much I would be editing today. I have read nothing because I've been editing a video all day. My iPad was at 100% this morning. I had to charge it because it's at 8. And now I have to figure out what's going on with the music because it's not wanting to work. Yay. But it's almost 10 o'clock. I need to take my sleepy medicine, but I still want to read something today. I think I'm going to stick with The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe, which is in this anthology. I hope that's not cheating, but I'm going to count this as a full book. It's a full story. It works, right? If Sleepy Hollow counts, The Black Cat counts. those are the rules. But I'm going to probably change into some pajamas and crack this thing open and read The Black Cat at least before I go to bed. I got so hyperfixated and oh my god, that was weird. Sorry for the weird angle. I'm just laying on the bed. Again, I don't know where my tripod is at this point in time. I think it's still in Zach's car. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll update you guys later. Bye. Hello. I have not been reading today. Oops. But I did get some much needed stuff done today. But I didn't read today. But last night, I did finish The Black Cat in this copy of Classic Tales of Horror by Edgar Allan Poe. And I gave it 4 stars. It's actually pretty decent by Edgar Allan Poe standards. I think he does an excellent job of kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Describing a descent into madness or murdery. That's not a word. the descent into madness. I think it was well written. It's Edgar Allan Poe, but I think it's well done. And I can't give away too much because it's only 10 pages. Basically, this guy goes from super cool to super shady, and yeah, stuff's involved. And he basically does like these horrible things to this poor black cat. That's why I call it the Black Cat. And of course, while this is happening in the story, my cat decides she wants snuggles. So that was awkward. But all in all, a very good book and a very good story. So that is one of my spooky reads for this vlog that I have been horrible at reading in. Yay. Anyway, so it's Sunday, meaning I have to work tomorrow, and I think what I'm gonna do for the rest of today, I think I'm going to do kind of what I did when I was in Georgia, and kind of play on my iPad. It's just something to do with my hands, and it's something mindless I can do with my hands, and I can listen to my audiobook while I do that. I think I'm going to plug in The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose and just play Dragon Veil and stuff on my iPad. Yes, I still play Dragon Veil. I know The Perfect Divorce just came out, and I haven't read this one, and it is by Geneva Rose, and I have read a couple of her other books. One I liked, one I didn't. So we'll see how this goes. I feel like some authors, and especially in like the thriller scene, especially now, are really hit or miss. It just depends on the book. So I'm gonna give those a try, and I'm gonna see how it goes. And if I like this one, I will put The Great Divorce on hold, because I'm not on a book buying ban or anything, but I just don't want to buy it. My bookshelf is full, and I just overfilled it by bringing home the rest of my Twilight books from home. Yes, I did that. Anyway, I will update you guys later. Luna says hello. I'm not going to pick her up right now. And I will see you guys later. Bye. So my battery is getting low, and I'm actually rather tired, so I'm going to try and make this update quick. I indeed finished The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I didn't like it. It got 2 stars from me because I'm like, okay, how does this end? And I hate that she got me with the same thing again. Like, the ending of this book and the ending of You Shouldn't Have Come Here are so freaking similar. I'm starting to see a pattern that I don't like. The ending of Geneva Rose's books, those twists at the very end, to me kind of cheapened the whodunit. And for those who know, you know, I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. But I feel like it cheapens the whodunit because it's like, really? Really? Also, there's not a lot of foreshadowing to any of that. All of these characters are awful. They just all suck. And you make sure to know that by the end of the book. Adam is a jerk. Suddenly he feels things for his wife after she wants to have kids. This is the very beginning of the book. And then everything goes down. It's just, everything goes down. Eleanor is insufferable. And I think she's supposed to be, but I hate... Why is she here? Like, she serves no purpose than to be an annoying antagonisty character. Like, she serves no purpose at all. I feel cheated. Like, honestly, I feel cheated. I want to be that booktuber who's just hating on all the popular books and all the popular authors. But that's what I feel like I'm doing, because every time I read, like, a popular book that's popular on BookTube or TikTok, I'm unsatisfied with them. It's like, these aren't good. The writing for me in this one especially was super juvenile. Like, she drops so many F-bombs. I wish I had some sort of counter going every time she dropped one, because it got so excessive. And it makes the writing feel super juvenile, and that's not good for writing that already isn't great. I'm honestly wondering how some of these books get so popular. And I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh, everything that's popular now sucks. There's still great authors out there, and I think a lot of these authors who are churning out one book after another like this have, like, serious potential. But because they do the same thing every time, nothing's, like, really learned. So I'm not really impressed with this book. But guess who's gonna read the second one tomorrow? Because I had it by some odd miracle, not odd miracle, by some chance the second one was available from Libby at one of my libraries, which was a shock to me because it's a new release. So I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna be reading that tomorrow, and then we'll end the vlog there. Maybe I'll throw in a Goosebumps book just to keep the spooky vibes going. But I think we'll end the vlog after that. So that'll be after tomorrow. Oh my goodness, this was not fun. That's all I've got for tonight. I know this was like a quick update, but I'm tired. It's after 9:30. I need to go to bed. Even Luna's like, Mom, I'm tired. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go get ready for bed, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, I am here to end the vlog. I did not get to the perfect divorce because after not particularly caring for the perfect marriage, I just was not in the mood to continue the story. And honestly, from the synopsis, it doesn't sound all that interesting, so I probably will just skip it. I did, however, finally read Night of the Living Dummy by R.L. Stine. I was like, I still wanted like a spooky read, but I didn't want like a long spooky read. So it was only about 3 hours. So I listened to it and colored, and it's just nice to do something with my hands that's not electronic. I had super tips that I haven't used since I stopped bullet journaling, and I had colored pencils galore, so I went ahead and started coloring while I was reading my audiobooks, and it feels kind of nice. Luna says hi. It is Friday, and it's Friday the 13th. I'm wearing my Friday the 13th shirt, and of course this is when at work our computers go down. Fun stuff. So it's been a fun day. So that's pretty much the vlog, I guess. The first book I finished was The Black Cat. Can I have this, please? 4 stars. I think it was really good. I can see why it's considered a horror story. I like how Edgar Allan Poe is he writes really well on like the descent into like madness or just psychopath energy, I guess. It was definitely an interesting insight into this guy's mind, and it's very effective for a 10-page short story. The only awkward part is while I was listening, I wasn't even listening to this, while I was reading this, somebody wanted attention and climbed up onto my chest while I'm trying to read this, and that was awkward because he was doing these absolutely horrible things to this cat, and I'm just like, and my cat wants attention. So that was The Black Cat. Highly recommend for Edgar Allan Poe fans. I mean, it's not, you know, the Mask of the Red Death or The Fall of the House of Usher, but it's still a pretty good, I think it's still a pretty good story. Fair warning though, animal cruelty is in that story, so I wouldn't recommend it for people who are sensitive to that. But the end of the story, dude, what a way to go down. It's actually pretty interesting. So that is The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. I also read The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose and was thoroughly disappointed. All in all, it was a 2-star for me. I don't like the classic, what I feel like is like the classic Geneva Rose twist at the end. I think it cheapens the thriller, and it's not fun, especially when she's done it more than once. And I assume it's going to be a lot of her books now, and that saddens me because, like I said, I liked Home is Where the Bodies Are, and the only other 2 books I've read of hers are The Perfect Marriage and You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and they both end very similarly, and I didn't care for it. So, sorry. I want to like Geneva Rose. I think that's like one of my issues with like a bunch of like popular authors is I'll read one good book from them and go, okay, this could actually be a really good recommendation. And then other books that I actually get to read from these authors are disappointing because they don't hold to that. I guess they don't hold to the same standard, or they were just duds, but they're very popular usually, and it's just like, it makes me wonder why some of these books are so popular. Because I personally don't understand. I'm like, this wasn't well written. And honestly, I just feel kind of cheated out of a good ending. So the final book, as I said, was Night of the Living Dummy by R.L. Stine. Delightfully creepy. Had the classic cliffhanger surprise ending that is classic of the Goosebumps books. Not what I was expecting at all. And that's probably because I haven't seen or read anything really Goosebumps up until now, except for the one book that scared me so bad I was at the daycare. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I read the whole thing in a day, I think. Or a couple days. I don't remember how long it took me to read it, but the ending freaked me out so bad, I did not pick up another Goosebumps book until, well, now, almost 20 years later. Actually, last year, because that was when I read a couple, and they were okay. Night of the Living Dummy, I think, is one of the better ones, because I've read Welcome to Dead House and Say Cheese and Die, and the second one I know I wasn't the biggest fan of. I thought it was okay. So I like Night of the Living Dummy more than Say Cheese and Die. So I can say that. I know they're like middle grade, so I'm also understanding that they're not really written for like my kind of audience. I'm almost 30. I'm way too old for Goosebumps. But honestly, if you want a quick spooky read that's not it's still kind of creepy and gives you like the right creepy atmosphere, but isn't like dark and scary, I recommend a Goosebumps book. Like, if you just want something quick to read. I personally love listening to the audiobooks, obviously. But I think that is going to be it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you are interested in reading this summer. If you're participating in any type of Summerween reading activity, let me know what you're reading. If you're not, just let me know you're reading this summer. As for me, I'm going to get to reading a couple other books. I still need to finish Call of the Bone Chips, and I really want to start Chasing Shadows. Luna got down. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.